Okay, I just turned off my heater, so hopefully you can hear me. I will try to speak loudly, but maybe not. Normally on Wednesdays, I do like a WIP Wednesday, so like a work in progress. So things I started weeks or months ago, and then they've been laying around. So projects that I feel like all crafters or creators have that just take over, and then you don't have like the time to finish, or like you're like, oh, I don't really want to finish this, yada yada. Whatever the case is, they're not finished. So normally on Wednesdays, I've been doing that for this year just to kind of get my projects down. But I have a lot of orders today, so we're going to do like a work with me instead and work on orders. So I'm currently cutting fabric for an order. And then once this fabric is cut, I think I need to just start sublimating all of the orders. And then once they're all sublimated, then I can start sewing. But I don't know how long each piece of what I need to do is going to take. So we might just be cutting fabric. We might be cutting, printing sublimation, and like taping. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see where this takes us. It's 9 o'clock now, and we can stay on till about 10, so about an hour. And if we're just on a roll, we can stay on till 10:30. But I do have to go pick up my 3-year-old from preschool at 10. Like I have to leave at 10:30, so that's like the latest I can stay on. All right, so I've already cut the back piece. So this is going to be a long sleeve shirt. So I cut the back piece already. So I need to cut all the rest of the pieces, and then I need to cut the colored pieces. So I start with white because that's what needs sublimated. Let's see. And this will be folded here. It's always weird to do a live and have like no background noise at all, but just myself talking. So then I feel like I'm talking to myself, or talking too much, or not talking enough, or whatever I'm doing is always wrong in my head. So I'm like, okay, I use these pattern weights. They're just like little tiny sandbags to hold down the patterns to the fabric so I don't have to pin it. I feel like pinning takes a really long time, and of course that's how I started when I first started sewing, was pinning the patterns to the fabric. And then like when you start a craft or a project or whatever, you learn what works best and what's easiest for you, and I prefer pattern weights. So I got the blue ones off of Amazon, and I love them, but I really like these other ones. They're like, instead of square, they're more like cylinder, rounded. I don't know. And they work super well. And then I use my rotary cutter to cut around the pattern. And this blade is actually going bad. I need to change the blades, but I literally don't remember where I put my extra blades. So I'm going to have to hunt them down or buy new ones. But you can tell like once your blades start going bad, it doesn't like cut as well, and you have to use a lot more pressure. So I definitely need to change the blades. And it depends on how often you need to change, like how often you need to change the blades depends on how often you use your rotary cutter. And I use mine quite frequently. So I have to change mine quite frequently. Okay, I have the front piece cut. This is a long sleeve version, so I'm going to do the sleeves and then the pants because it's a matching set. And I should have enough fabric here to do it all. Maybe I'll just have enough to do like one side of the pants and have to cut some more, which is okay. I'll need more white fabric here in a little bit for something else. I'm trying to decide how I want to cut it. We'll just do it normal. Okay. Just normal. I'm gonna give myself another inch. I try to be as conservative as possible with the fabric because I use this white fabric for almost literally every project. So even if there's just a little piece left, I can use it somewhere, like a pocket or a band or something. So I try to be very conservative because the less fabric I have to buy, the more money I get to keep. But then I just spend it on fabric anyway, other fabric. I feel like buying fabric is a hobby itself. Like I could do that all day long. And then I hoard it and don't use it because I'm like, it has to be a perfect project for this. Okay, I got the 2 sleeves. Now all that's left is the pants. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to cut more fabric. But that's okay. I need it for something else. What do you like to do when you're crafting? Like, to kind of fill the silence. Like, are you a silent crafter where like you need to focus and you don't like any background noise at all? I like to watch like YouTube videos, but mostly like true crime YouTubers or like or like 2020. I'll watch that on Hulu. I really like true crime stuff. It's very interesting to me. Or I like to watch other people go live. So like small businesses or sewers or whatever. But I feel like I don't know how to find people who go live. There's probably a way to do that. Okay, I got one side of pants. I'm gonna look at my scraps here and see if any of them are big enough to save. See, like that is definitely big enough to save. I could make like a waistband, a pocket, anything like that. And yeah, this one, we'll call it no. I don't want to like over save either and then never use them. Because I do have that problem too. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my little drawer. I don't think I have any more cut. I don't. Okay, so then what I'll do is grab out my white fabric. I just leave my white fabric in the corner of my table because I literally use it every single day. Or like close to every single day. And I buy a bunch at a time. So it doesn't really fit in with my fabric storage. One day I'll have more storage. And I won't have to leave it out. But honestly, it's convenient to leave it out because it would get pretty tedious putting it away and getting it out as often as I use it. Okay. And then I just cut however much I'll need for this. But I am going to make, I make swatches of my patterns or my designs. Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure that it was big enough for my swatches. And it is. So, I make swatches of that. That way I know what it will look like when it prints out. And then I can accurately list them, describe them, accurately add the solid colors that go with it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as good. Okay, so let's just do, what is this? 12 inches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll do 12 inches. So once I cut the pants out and what I need for the swatch, I will have quite a bit still left over. So I will fold it up and put it away in my scrap cart. And then the next time I'm cutting pieces, I can pull it out. I'll be like, oh yeah, I do have a piece big enough. So then I don't have to cut off of this roll here. Okay, and then I just put this back in my corner. Okay, last piece here. once I start taping pieces to the sublimation paper, I will go really hard on the lint rolling, but I'm just kind of doing it a little bit for like the big pieces that I can see. But you don't want to sublimate fabric that has a bunch of lint on it because it will just turn into little black specks and it's very noticeable. Okay. And the second pants piece is done. So before I cut the colored pieces for this, I'm actually going to make the swatches. That way I know exactly which color, because I have different shades of the blue that I want to use. So I want to know exactly which shade's going to look the best. So to make the swatches, I have got to turn on my heat press. So my heat press is right there in the corner, and it is a 16 by 24 heat press. I just got it, just opened it this last weekend. So like I've had it hooked up for about 5 days and I've used it a few times, but not enough to know if I'm going to love it. So I'm trying to use it as much as possible. So far it's been okay. I had to work on the pressure. The pressure was not doing well. Or it was too loose or something. It wasn't working perfectly at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in so it'll start warming up because it takes a minute. Okay, it is plugged in. I flipped on the switch. So while we're waiting for that to warm up, I'm going to go ahead and print another swatch for a different collection that's coming up in the future. So I actually need to do that on here. So let's see if I can do both at the same time. I think I can. If I can live stream and create this swatch. So what I do is I just do everything I need to print for my sublimation. I do in my Google Drive. It's what works for me. So I'm going to insert the images. I wish I could share my screen, but that's okay. You can just look at my face while I do this. I'm going to try to do it really quickly. Okay, we need, so I guess I just have 3 images, which is fine. We're going to edit the image to make it smaller. Okay, and then we're going to put in all the other images really quick. And this will help me figure out like coloring and all of that too. Because what you see on your screen and what prints out on the paper and then what actually presses could all be different. And so I like to just know ahead of time. That way I'm not making something and it's like, oh, this is way more orange than I thought it was, and it just doesn't look the same. You don't want that. So Okay. All right, I've got my images. So I'm going to call this Farm Collection Test Swatches. I'm going to save it in my farm folder. And I'm going to print it. And I have all of my print settings saved and labeled. So I just have to go into my like more preferences or is that more settings and then pick my preset. So I have some that are landscape, some that are portrait, some that are 11 by 17, some that are 8.5 by 11. All right, print. Okay, perfect. And so my sublimation printer is right here. So it will print there. Okay. So now I'm gonna like go a little ham on the lint rolling. Once you think you have it really good and lint rolled, do it again. That's like my biggest advice. Like just keep doing it. You'd be surprised how much lint just gets stuck on these things. And of course, these are just for my own test swatches. So they're not quite as important as like outfits and orders. But it's just best practice to do it as good as you can. Okay, so I'm just gonna tape using the heat tapes that I have. I'm going to tape this paper to the fabric. Taping, especially when it comes to like outfits and like pieces with curves and all of that, is so annoying. Like it's literally so annoying. But this is what's going to make your sublimation look the best. It needs to be tightly pressed into the fabric. If it's loosey-goosey or wavy or whatever, your print will look loosey-goosey and wavy and ghosting. Like it'll look like it's shifting, and you don't want that at all. So I just take my time. There's no like rush. We aren't here to win any taping awards. And of course, we want to get on to the next step. But if you mess up this step, then you have to do it all over again. So I like to do things one time and do them correctly. That one time. And then I just put little pieces around to extra hold. You will also need butcher paper, and I buy mine in bulk from Sam's Club. It's cheaper than Amazon, and they're bigger than Amazon, and of course you don't have to get it shipped. I have bought them from Amazon before, and it works great, but they come in smaller rolls. So that white cylinder there is my butcher paper. And I use 3 pieces of butcher paper per press. That's what works for me, so that the ink doesn't get on my actual heat press. Some people just use 1 piece of butcher paper. I don't know how, but they do. So definitely try out what works for you, but you don't want to ruin your press. So I say the more the merrier. Okay. I have a rotary cutter just for paper because the blade is really bad. And so I don't want to use it for fabric. So I'm just trimming down the sublimation paper, and then I'll trim down a piece of fabric for it as well. And I'm grabbing my fabric rotary cutter. I have something in my eyeball. Like a whole booger. Okay. My heat press needs to get to 385 degrees for it to accurately sublimate. And it takes a little bit. That's really hot, so it's not going to be instant. And then also the platen is huge. It's 16 by 24, so it definitely takes a while to warm up. So this is going to go to my scraps. So it's a decent sized scrap here. I have my scraps organized in a rolling cart, and then they're organized by color. So I know, like, oh, I need some red. I know exactly where it's at. And then I'll look in my scraps first. And then if I don't have a scrap big enough or any scraps at all, then I'll pull out my roll of red and cut from there. But I did just have like a big box, and I just threw all my scraps in there, and it was a mess, and it was hard to find what you're looking for. And then I just didn't. I never used it. So this system that I have now works much better, and I actually use it. So it saves me time and money. And as a small business, time is money. So okay. So I'm going to do the same thing, just tape it down to the fabric. When I am doing actual orders or items to make and not just swatches, I use a lot more tape. So if you're like, dang, you're using a lot of tape, like this is nothing. If we get to the point where we're taping, like you'll see, I use a lot of tape because I just don't want any movement on my items. Okay, the heat press is at 340 now. There are pieces of fabric that I'm going to need to sublimate in this order. So I'm gonna go ahead and test out what I need. Okay, so we'll need two 11 by 17s. Okay, 11 by 17 in a landscape. We'll need two of those for the front and the back of the pants. Okay. that we can print out. Okay, for the sleeves, we need, it doesn't really matter, so 2 more of the 11 by 17 landscape. Okay, so let's put ×2 again. So that's the pants and the shirt sleeve. Okay, and then we'll need, there's an image that goes on the front of the shirt. So I just need to measure the front to see how big that image. It will be on an 8.5 by 11, so a normal sized letter size paper. And that will need to be about, oh, we can call it like, let's do 5.5 wide. Okay. I don't think it'll be too long, but we don't want it any longer than 6 inches, just in case. Okay, so we can print those while we're waiting as well. It's now at 374, so it's rocking and rolling. I need to put these pattern pieces away that I used to cut. I'm just going to set them over by my patterns for now. And then we'll put them away later. I put a new Scentsy scent in my Scentsy that's over there. And it smells like, it's called blueberry sorbet. And it's so, with my heat press on, it kind of smells like burning, like heat presses smell. There's a smell to them. So with that, mixed with that, it smells like blueberry pie, like it's cooking blueberries. So it's kind of funny. It kind of smells like blueberry pie down here. Okay. So I'm going to get right up in here again. Sorry about that. And I'm going to print off what I need, which is, let's see if I have it in my Easter. I do. Okay. Checkerboard 11 by 17 landscape. So I need 4 of these. I just go to more settings, print using system dialog, more settings again, and then I click on my preset. I need 4 copies. Okay, and print. So then what I'll need to make is the image that will go on this shirt. So I'll just make a new document. I already have the image saved to my computer. I need to, page setup needs to be 8.5 by 11. We can keep it at landscape. We'll change the margins. It's better. And we're going to insert the image. It's really cute. It says chilling with my peeps. Let's see. Chilling with my peeps. And it has little like peep bunnies. but they're checkered. So they're really cute. Okay, image options, size. So the width that we want is 5.5. And so that makes the height 5.1, which is perfect because we don't want it any higher than 6 inches. So it's not. We're going to label it chillin' with my Keeps 8.5 by 11 image. Let's leave it in Easter. And then once that is done printing, we will print that one. Okay. Whew. It's been 41 minutes now. My stomach is like officially like looking pregnant. So I'm just like always tired and I have to pee all the time. But then when I go pee, like nothing comes out. It's just because she's like sitting on my bladder. But no complaints. All complaints. I don't know. It's going to take a while. The sublimation prints really slowly. So it's going to take a while. Let's check the heat press temperature. We're there. It's at 385 now. So we are good to start pressing. I'm going to try to move this closer. It's going to be kind of loud with the printer and the heat press going all at the same time. So you might not be able to hear me very much, but I'm going to start cutting butcher paper into links that'll fit onto that. And so for each item I press, I'm going to cut 3 pieces of butcher paper. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I pressed for 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first image on here. And then while it's pressing, I'll cut some more butcher paper for the next image. So that's going for 60 more seconds. So we'll start untaping this. It takes a hot minute to untape because the tape likes to stick right on there, which is good. So that's what the swatches look like. And then I'll show you what I do with the swatches to keep them organized and where they need to go and all that jazz. I have my recycling bin underneath the counter here. What sucks is you can't reuse this butcher paper for sublimation because it will transfer the image onto the next item that you're sublimating. So I just have a little recycling bin under my counter. And so my kids can come down. It's like, these are big old pieces of paper. And so my kids can come down and grab some paper and use it for coloring or art. Sometimes we use it for kindling for the fire. If we do a fireplace fire, or if we do a bonfire outside. All right, and this is the image for this one, or the swatches or whatever. So now I know what it looks like when it's printed out, which will make it easier for matching and whatever else I need to do. Okay, I have like a big pile of stuff that needs sublimated now. So what I'm going to do with these swatches, I have a binder labeled swatches, and in them I have all of my collections, but I've just started this. So I literally just started this binder like 2 days ago. So like these are my cowboy collection, which I haven't even launched yet. But I needed to see what the images looked like on fabric. So I just label the sheet protector and then put them in. And then I have my boho collection, which just launched on Etsy and my website. And so now I know what the images look like on fabric. And so I'm going to add the Easter collection and the farm collection into here. So I need to grab 2 pieces or 2 sheet protectors. I love using binders for literally everything. I will have to do like a craft room, like sewing room tour to kind of show how I organize everything. But literally most everything is in binders because it just makes my life so much easier. So we're going to label this one Farm Collection. And label this one Easter Collection. So now each time I come out with a new design, I can organize them into sheet protectors or folders or whatever, and keep them organized in here. And it'll help me know what things are going to look like on a larger scale, just from these little scales. Okay, so I'm just cutting around each image. That was the last of these. So I'm gonna hit print on the image here. File, print, more settings. We're gonna make it an 8.5 by 11. Print using system dialog. More settings again. Go to my preset for an 8.5 by 11 landscape. We just need one copy of this. So we're going to print that. Okay, perfect. So I'm just using my rotary cutter to carefully cut around these images so that I can store them in my binder. Okay, that one printed out really quickly. That should be everything that I need to print, at least for today. I'm leaving my heat press on just in case we have enough time to get to pressing some things. My watch is telling me to stand up. I think because my arm doesn't hang when I stand here, it sits up here. It thinks I'm sitting down. So when I'm down here for long periods of time, I stand here all day long. And my watch is like, yeah, you haven't moved at all today. But I have. There's one. This one is so cute. I just love these little cows. How cute is that? There's the other one. All right, and then we've got these two tractors. I wasn't gonna get both of the tractors, but I'm glad I did. I wasn't gonna get the red ones, but I think they're super cute. Here's the green tractors, like that. And the red tractors. Okay, so I'm just going to try to nicely put them in here. they're going to get all bunched up and stuff in the binder, which is fine. If I need to see them better, I can pull them out and look at them. Okay, last piece. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the binder. Then we're gonna cut out the Easter ones here. I'm glad that I printed these because the lion one is definitely more orange in person than on the computer screen, which is fine. But it gives me a better idea of what it will look like when it's on a project. All right. I finished that. Now we're going to put these into the folders or the whatever. We're going to put them in. Okay, and this is the checkerboard peeps that will be the order. And so now that I've printed it out, I can hold it up to my blues and see which one matches the best. I think it'll be this one here. I think it'll be this blue here. Yeah, that's gonna look good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in here. And now my swatches are done for now. Okay, I'm grabbing my to-do list. Make sure I'm getting everything done that I need to. Okay. All right, I'm all caught up on what I need to do. All right, I might as well finish cutting the pieces for this item. For some reason, I bought a ton of this blue fabric, and I hardly ever need this color, so it's just funny. I probably bought like 4 yards of it. For what reason, I don't know. Okay, let's just cut 12 inches. I'm going to leave it out just in case I didn't cut enough. It is 10:05, so I'll hop off of here in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug my heat press because I won't be using it until later, possibly, if I have time to come back down here later. Okay, we've got the ankle bands. Okay, so this is a shirt piece. I'm going to put all the pieces together. These are a pants piece. Okay, you are shirt piece, pants piece. And the shirt piece. Okay. The ankle bands go with the pants pieces. Done with that. Moving on. We need the shirt waistband piece.
Hello, this is Walgreens with a refill reminder for Kelsey Corcoran. If this is Kelsey Corcoran, press 1. If not, press 2.
It is, but I don't need a refill. So we're just ignoring that for now. I'll call them back later. All right. Okay. Moving on, we need the pants waistband. Okay. My coffee is now cold. Which is understandable because it's 10 after 10 and I got that at like 7:45 this morning. So it has probably done its job at being warm enough for long enough. Okay, this is the waistband for the pants. Okay. All right, the cuffs for the sleeves for the shirt. And then we just have the neckband for the shirt. And then we're done. Okay, so all of my pieces for this order are cut out. So now for all of my orders, yeah, they just need to be sublimated and then sewn, which will take a while. So we obviously can't do that. Now I turned off my heat press so that, so that it's off. This is my scraps, so I'm going to put it with the blue scraps. And then I obviously don't need any more of this, so I'm going to roll it up and store it away again. Okay. Okay, since I don't really have time at this moment to complete anything else, I'm just going to kind of tidy up put all the pattern pieces away. Of course, I keep my patterns in binders because binders hold my life together. Okay. So this binder, the green binder, is all pants and bottoms, like shorts and bottoms and pants. So all of my shirt pieces are going to go in the pink binder. So I'm just going to, here's shirt, 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 pants, shirt. Okay, so my pants pieces are ready to go in. I have all my patterns are in here. And then when I cut out a size that I need, then I put them in their own little folder. So these are 6 to 9 months. And so they're going back in the 6 to 9 months binder for this pattern. And then I have this piece, which is from a shorts. That's all the way back here. And it's also 6 to 9 months. Okay, and then I'm going to grab out my shirts binder. I bought these giant binders because I was running out of room in my little binders. And now I'm running out of room in these. Okay, those are all my shirts, so all my tops, long sleeve, short sleeve, woven, knit, all that. And these are 6 to 9 months as well. All right, everything is put away. So we can just end this live here. I have my paper towels. Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Let me know some things that you would like to see. I really want to do like a little room tour. I think it would be fun. And I feel like every day this room changes. Yeah, it just grows with me, and it changes based on like how things are organized and stuff, because I change, my systems change, what I do changes. So yeah, but let me know things you want to see. Let me know things you don't want to see, and we'll be live again next Wednesday. I think we'll do another weekly vlog before then. And yeah, just let me know what you look forward to and what you don't look forward to. And thanks for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye.